Hey pop music fans, welcome back to my channel. My name is Allison and today we will be continuing my series where I react to Britney Spears albums for the first time. If you want to see me react to Baby One More Time and Oops I Did It Again, I will link those up here and you can watch my reactions to Britney for the first time. But today we will be listening to her third studio album. It came out in 2001 and it is just called Britney. So I am interested to hear this album. I know a few songs from it because, I've watched Britney performances and stuff like that. So I know the bigger songs from this album, but I don't know any of the lesser known deeper cuts. I'm interested to hear this album because I know this is around the height of Britney's career. In 2001 was around when she was super famous, and I know Overprotected is a song on here, and I'm wondering if there's going to be more songs about fame from her because I love those songs. Like Lucky is one of my favorite songs by her, and honestly I kind of get really emotional listening to Lucky way too often. I don't even actually relate to it, but in a way I do because I am lucky, but I do get sad sometimes. And so I really like those kind of songs from Britney, so I'm hoping we get more songs like that on this album. Let's see, and let's listen to the first song. I have heard this song before, I'm a Slave for You. The iconic 2001, I think VMA's performance with the giant boa constrictor is so iconic. So that's why I think this song is probably one of her most iconic songs. And I wasn't a big fan of Slave for You at first, but it's kind of grown on me over time. So let's just jam out to Slave for You. So yeah, I definitely think that song is really fun. I think it's an odd choice as a lead single, but honestly, I wasn't really conscious in 2001. Like, I was 2 years old, so that might have been the style of music. I just don't know because I wasn't there. But it seems like an odd choice for a first single to me. But once it grew on me, I really like that song. But it had to grow on me because at first I was like, how is this such a big song? Like, I didn't understand it at first. But I think it's just kind of the vibe and her voice, and really just her voice. I think that's a big deal. And she's also talking about dancing, which is such a Britney thing, and it's probably a great song to listen to in a club. So that's probably the kind of song that it was. The next song is Overprotected, and I have also heard this one. Now in 2021, it's so accurate that she is overprotected. She's been overprotected for her entire life, and she's almost 40 now. It's really sad. I know that Britney didn't write the majority of her songs by herself, but I do know she had a pretty significant role in developing the ideas for the kinds of songs that were written for her. So the fact that Overprotected was written for her, it was definitely her idea. And I think she's such a unique, different person with her own strong independence. And I guess at that time that scared people, especially the gross people in her family who want to control her. So that's how she ended up overprotected. And I think that pushed her to the breaking point. And being so overprotected caused her to have a mental breakdown, caused her to end up in the conservatorship. So it's just a giant cycle if she didn't want to be, overprotected and hovered over, but because of that and all the paparazzi and everything, it just ended up in absolute chaos. So I really do feel bad for her, and I can't help but thinking about it anytime I listen to these songs because I haven't listened to Britney before the recent news of her conservatorship abuse. So it's really apparent to me when I listen to these songs that she was always sort of feeling like other people wanted a hold on her when she just wanted to do things her way. Anyways, the next song is called Lonely. Ooh. love that chorus. That's so fun. I also really like the funky groove of a bass line. I think that's really cool. Nice. Nice. I like that one. That was fun. I enjoyed that. That was good. The next song is I'm Not a Girl, Not Yet a Woman. I have heard this song before, but I haven't heard the studio version. I think I've only seen one or two live performances of this song, but let's hear the studio version of I'm Not a Girl, Not Yet a Woman. Oh, the classic Britney Spears key change. It happened like 5 different times on her first album and a couple times on the second, so I'm not surprised about the key change here. I remember even when I saw the performance of this song, when I first heard this song at one of her concerts, seeing a video of one of her concerts, I thought that it was from her first album. Like, I heard the song and I thought it was a song from her first album, because it really does sound like the kind of song a 16 or 17-year-old would sing. And as a 19-year-old, where she is technically an adult, and the rest of the songs are about, you know, I'm an adult woman now, I can dance how I want, wear what I want, be who I want. It's kind of odd that she also says, I'm not a girl, not yet a woman, because she is over the age of 18, so she is an adult, so she is a woman. So I feel like this song would have better been suited for a younger teenager, and I do think it's a little bit odd that she's singing it on her third album. Rather, her first and second, it would have sounded better on that. And I think even sonically, it fits right into her first album, and I think taking it back to that first album is an interesting choice. I mean, maybe there's some people that like that style of song, but I would rather see her move forward and do more mature songs as she progresses. And I really just feel like this song, though I do like it and I do like the sentiment, I really do think it belonged on an earlier album, and the time had passed by 2001. By the time Britney was 19, I think the time to have put that song out was past, and it should have probably been left off the album, even though I do like the song. You know what I mean? The next song is called Boys. Right off the bat, in the intro, it sounds similar to the Slave For You intro, because she's doing the talking intro in her kind of lower, sexy voice as a start to the song. So it sounds kind of like that at the beginning. I have heard this song before on one of her concert videos. The Boys is higher now than it was throughout the song. That song sounds like a continuation of Slave For You, but a little bit of a less interesting continuation. The next song is called Anticipating. Oh, this sounds like a 70s disco song. I like it. I love 70s music. I love it. I like that one. Like I said, I like 70s music, and that sounded like a 70s song, like a 70s disco song, and I think that makes for a good dancing song, and I think a lot of artists that are doing more dance styles should go for the 70s style. I think Dua Lipa does it a little bit, and it makes for a good, really fun dancing song. I think that's the kind of style that makes you just want to move. So I like that one. That was really fun. The next song is Britney's cover of I Love Rock and Roll, which I think I've maybe heard a snippet of this. There was like one performance You'll know what I'm talking about if you're a Britney fan, where she did like a giant mashup of a ton of different songs, and she did I Love Rock and Roll, and she was riding like a giant guitar, and I was like, that's weird that she sang I Love Rock and Roll and the rest of the songs are her songs. But then I realized that she had actually recorded a cover of I Love Rock and Roll back in 2001 on this album. And I think all of her albums, at least the first three, they've all had at least one cover. So I don't know. I think it's kind of interesting that Britney does a cover here and there. So let's listen to her cover of I Love Rock and Roll. I'm glad that song was chosen for Britney to cover. I think it actually works really well with her vocal style. So it sounds really interesting with her voice. And having a female sing that song is really cool too, because it was originally sung by a man. So I thought that cover was enjoyable. Good job, Britney. The next song is called Cinderella. Oh, I like that. I like that concept. I really enjoyed that one. I like the concept of comparing herself to Cinderella because she feels like she has to leave. She has to run away from this person for some reason. And I really liked the sound of it. I thought the beat was really interesting and fun. And I thought that was a really good one. I enjoyed that a lot. The next song is called Let Me Be. And I can already tell that goes right along with the theme of this album of Britney wanting to be on her own, and you know, you know. I like this part. That one definitely fits well into the album. It's just a little bit less of a standout than the others. The next song is called Bombastic Love. Interesting title. Ooh, interesting. I like that. Ooh. I thought that one sounded cool, but the lyrics were kind of weird. Like, I know what bombastic means, and I don't think that's the kind of love you want, because that's very loud and showy, but not one of a lot of meaning or substance. You know what I mean? So that's kind of an odd choice. And she doesn't even say, you know, bombastic as in like it's giant and fireworks and loud and exciting. She says that it's gonna be like in the movies where you're mine and I'm yours. Like, that's, I don't know, it's just kind of a weird song lyrically, is how I feel about that one. The next song is called That's Where You Take Me. I feel like the production of this one doesn't really fit the lyrics that well. I'm not sure. It just sounds a little bit odd to me that it's a love song and then the beat is like, if I don't know, it's just kind of odd. This is weird. It kind of sounds like a baby. That sounds like a baby. And like the music sounds like a lullaby. Can Britney get given a song where she doesn't have to sing, oh baby? I feel like there's so many songs where she goes, oh baby. And in like so many of her songs. I don't know. I like the melody of that one, but the production sounds really weird with it. I wish they would have done something different with the music there. This next song is called When I Found You. This is a sweet sentiment. I also appreciate that they're doing a love ballad, but they're making the production behind her voice a little bit more interesting than they have on her past two albums where it was a little more bland. There's this like rattling instrument in the background of the production that's really making this try to go like a rave direction or like a it doesn't really fit this song. It's really strange. But whatever. I like that. That was cute. That was sweet. The next song is I Run Away. Ooh. I like this. This one sounds cinematic. Oh, I really like this. Oh, this sounds so cinematic. It sounds like it belongs in a movie. Like towards the end of a movie where the character is running away. They eventually come back. But oh my gosh. Ooh, I love this string so much. Come on. Build, build. Ooh. Yeah. Yes, Brit. Ooh. Okay, that was my favorite new song that I've heard today by far. I love that one so much. I love the dynamics of it, the different production elements that were so different from the rest of it. I thought that one was so good. That was definitely my favorite new song that I've heard today. The next song is What It's Like to Be Me, and I have heard this one before. And I do like this one, actually. I haven't heard the studio version, just a live performance. I think this is also a good message for a song because no matter who you are thinking about, you don't know what it's like to be them. You can't try to assume what they're going through because you've never been them and you don't know what it's like to be them. So how can you say what they should be doing or how they should act? You don't know what it's like to be them. It's a really good message for a song, especially for Britney, who has a really unique lifestyle. I like that, do me right or I'm through. That's a good line. This is my game, my rules. I think we all need to have an attitude like Britney and What It's Like to Be Me. All right, the last song on this album is Before the Goodbye. I was expecting this to be a slow song, and she's singing so fast. Oh, like a gospel choir. Oh, this is cool. Now it's like an EDM song. I was not expecting this from this song. Her closers are usually slow, and this is like a full EDM song. Wow. This is fully a club dance song. It's crazy. Break it down, Britney. Break it down. And then bring it back in. Bring it back in. Oh, no. We're fading out. Never mind. Okay. That was cool. That was a big surprise out of that song. I thought that was a really neat song. Very different than what I was expecting and very different than most of Britney's other songs. That's crazy. I overall really enjoyed this album. I'm very surprised. There's been a lot of progress. I wasn't super into Britney's first album, Baby One More Time. There were definitely standout songs that I liked, but most of it I didn't care for that much. Oops, I Did It Again, I've actually been listening to a little bit here and there. I especially like the first half of the album. The second half kind of fades a little bit for me. But this one I pretty consistently enjoyed, actually. I'm going to name some of my favorites. I really like I'm a Slave for You, Overprotected, Anticipating, Cinderella, and I Run Away. So those were my favorite songs from this album, but I thought it had a lot of good songs on it. So I think that was awesome. I would recommend that one to any of you guys. If you want to start listening to Britney, do it. I just started listening to Britney, and now I'm already becoming a big Britney fan. Thanks for watching. Definitely check out the other reactions to the Britney Spears albums that I've listened to, and subscribe to see me react to more Britney albums. I will be reacting to the rest of her albums at some point, and a lot of other different albums here on my channel I react to. So subscribe, give this video a like if you want to see more Britney albums sooner rather than later, because this one took me a while to get around to doing, but give it a like to say that you like my Britney content, and give a comment of an album that you want to hear me react to. And thank you so much for watching. I will talk to you guys later. Bye!